few bales on the other end that nothing grew. I couldn't figure out why nothing was sprouting. Kim here, homeschooling mom to almost 5 and chaos coordinator since 2009. So here's the deal. One of the most common comments I get is, Kim, I don't know how you do it. And to be honest, looking back at what I was doing pre-pregnancy, I don't know how I was doing it. I was doing one video a day, and then I took a break and did one video a week. Now I can barely get out one video a month at this point. I don't know how I was doing it. By golly, I can do the bare minimum barely right now. So here's the secret to doing it all. It's a phase of life thing. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. This summer has been hard, very, very, very hard. My husband is finally recouped from his recovery. And if there's one silver lining to that, I have learned just how much I depend on him. So he's one of the reasons I can do all that I do. That being said, I have so many video ideas and videos ready to be made. I just don't have the ability to edit them. For every 1 minute of video, it's about half an hour of editing. So if I have a 12-minute video, that's 6 hours of editing. Right now, if I sit too long, my feet balloon up into little water balloons. And if I stand for too long, my feet hurt like I've been running all day. And if I lay down and try to do, from the couch, then my arms go numb. It's the beauty of pregnancy in your late 30s. So it's really physically hard for me to edit right now. Honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna be able to edit and get out before the baby comes. I appreciate all the subscribers. Please know that Full Speed Kim edits a lot more videos. For right now, we're basically in survival mode. I love this community. I love talking homeschooling. It's really my passion. And the kids truly do love watching the old videos I've made, especially the ones that are about the cats. Second cat died. Can't talk about it. It was a lot more traumatic than the first cat. So anyway, here are the highlights of the garden this summer. It has been a very good year, lots of learning, and I look forward to doing it again next year. Time for the June garden update. There's one problem that I did not anticipate. I anticipated birds, anticipated squirrels, anticipated mice and voles. Did not anticipate this problem. We kept waking up in the morning and finding rabbits in there. All the screen was still up. What I didn't anticipate is them digging. That's what this is here for. A nice little burrow in there. Couldn't figure out why it kept collapsing in the middle. That's why almost none of my spinach has come up, despite replanting it twice. Why none of anything has come up here besides the potatoes. My husband finagled a fence all around here. They were anywhere that there was 2 bales stacked together, they would burrow in between and make a nice nest in the middle. All of these single road ones are fine. These weren't touched by the rabbits. Also, the rabbits would jump on here and just sit and then nibble at all the seedlings. That's why there's a lot of seedlings that didn't make it. A couple of these, this had curly top virus, this had curly top virus. This one survived. I cut it all the way back. I think it's gonna live. This one I cut back and it has not sprouted anymore, so I don't think it's gonna get anywhere. You wanna eat that part? Oh, that's trash. Do I take care of this? A lot of this, I don't know, I threw some wildflowers in here, so I'm not quite sure what's a flower and what's a weed. I mean, some of it I know is a weed. But anyway, my asparagus was getting eaten alive, so I had to put it behind mesh so the rabbits would stay out. And I got lots of little asparagus from seed that I planted. These are the crowns I planted. All right, none of the strawberries have come up. Samantha, can you take care of this for me, please?
Yeah, in a second.
A few bales on the other end that nothing grew. I couldn't figure out why nothing was sprouting. This is the area that the rabbits were feasting, and it took me a while to figure out what was going on. All right, so lots of potatoes came up, but nothing that I planted in between came up, not a single item. And that is because some rabbits were getting through here. You can see their little burrow in there. That's a nice little cozy spot. So I got that blocked off. This hay bale is completely empty because I realized I can't grow anything unless it has a cover. So these are all red beans from my kitchen that all sprouted. That's why I knew there was a problem. I planted beans here and I planted beans here the same day, and all of these came up and none of these did, even though they were both covered. So that's how I knew there was something going on. I just trimmed this back. I got 2 pumpkin plants here. I did not realize how much they would take over. I cut off 15 feet today. Watermelon, one of the watermelons really took off, so that one's coming out here. So it's just, this looks really good, and that over there just looks pathetic, but it's actually growing quite a bit. Lots of potatoes growing over there under the straw. But the asparagus next year will do really well. Try strawberries again. but it's just kind of nice. It's all slowly coming along. Everything's gonna be harvested when we leave for vacation, I'm sure. I tried to plan around that, but the weather was not cooperating. And then the rabbits put me on behind schedule because they kept eating everything I was planting. Okay, so the June update is now the June-July update. This has been my happy spot in all the chaos that has been ensuing in my life. Differently. Where's the balls? He calls all the tomatoes growing balls. We had one red one today for the first time. Tomatoes are going great. Took them forever. But here are all the balls John talks about. And here's our trellis. Cucumbers love it. Oh, pull, pull, pull. Oh, twist it. Oh, you're gonna break the whole plant today.
Two.
No, mommy's gonna do it. Watch, you have to twist it a little bit and then pull so it doesn't pull the whole plant off. Here you go. Go put it with the other ones. So I had the curly top virus set on a lot of my tomato plants. And I didn't pull them up, I just cut them back. And they keep growing, so we'll see. I don't know, this one's still, it's not as prolific, but I mean, there's some flowers and a couple of them have fruit set on them. So we'll see how they do. Look at these massive tomatoes. Look at those things. Those are huge. Look at my hand. Look at this one right here. That's gonna be huge, but I don't think I'll be here for the harvest. Here's all the beans. The beans are doing great. Here's some more plants that had the curly top virus and they've set fruit. And the pumpkins have taken over. This is 2 pumpkin plants. This is my first time planting pumpkin. I have no idea what I'm doing. We're gonna be gone for about a week and a half, and I have a feeling that my friend coming to take care of the garden while I'm gone is gonna get to enjoy all the big tomatoes. This gal has been my sidekick most of the summer. She even wrote down a checklist of all the things that she has learned about all the different plants and is pretty good at picking out what plant is what based on the leaves. Show me. Look how big that is. This is how big we've been picking them. And then I missed one. And now I can't even fit my hand around it. What's this, John? What is that, John? A zucchini phone. You want to call him? Okay, so I was picking these. Okay. There, I found one. And then I saw this one.
So big.
But I don't know if it's gonna taste good. When they get that big, they kind of get bitter. So we'll have to cut it open and see if it tastes any good. So a friend brought us a meal. And she was gonna bring us flowers. And she said, I was gonna bring you flowers, but then I thought, no, I think Kim would like herbs. She knows me very well. 5 different herbs in here. It's awesome. The rest of July's harvest was lots and lots of green. So many cucumbers, several zucchini, and delicious green beans. Okay, I guess this is gonna be a June, July, August update because I have not had time to make another video. We were gone for 10 days on vacation. A friend took care of the garden. She did a fabulous job. And I had fertilized before we left, and apparently that's exactly what the tomatoes needed because everything took off and blew up. Roma tomatoes, these exploded while I was gone. This is got an insane amount all over. So I guess they just need to be fed. Feed your plants. This one still hasn't produced anything. It's really tall. Look how tall that's a pepper plant. Look how tall that is. Anyway, this broccoli plant has died so many times. I've just been watering it to see if it would come back, and every single time it does. I don't think we're gonna get anything off of it, but that thing is just determined to live, so I'm letting it live. So the tomatoes are doing well, but the broccoli's not. So many cucumbers. Isn't this cool? They just hang, and you just pull them. Finally, the cucamelons. I'm so excited for the cucamelons. They finally are taking off. No fruit yet on this. I mean, there's some, but they just haven't gotten very big. Look how tall that is. Goes there, all the way up, and it's still growing over here. So I have a feeling that'll go all the way over. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get all those tomatoes up there. I'm gonna have to get a ladder for those. And then I was looking through, I was like, surely this is watermelon. I was like, surely there's a watermelon somewhere in here. And I'm moving around, and look at that beauty under there. Probably a good 12 inches tall. Hopefully that can make it. If we can get one watermelon out of this, I'll be happy. And we did. It was very sweet, and the seeds were a little off-putting for my kids, so hopefully next year they will enjoy it more. I have some peppers coming underneath there. There's one right there. That one's massive. Look at that compared to my hand. The cherry tomatoes, they never really make it to red because the children come out and pick them. These are my black beans from my kitchen. The favorite thing to harvest has been black beans and the cherry tomatoes. Kids don't eat them. They are super fun to harvest. So the squash or the pumpkin and the zucchini, unfortunately, there's a bug that got to it. I looked it up and I literally Googled gray squash bug, and it's literally called the gray squash bug. They've just completely destroyed it all. But that was an experiment anyway, so we did have one pumpkin, but it didn't get to ripening. This is not straw bale, but these are the wildflowers I planted. They finally blossomed. I have no idea what they are, but there's some yellow and white and blue ones. Beautiful pink one there. I think that's a zinnia. So some of the pepper plants, some did well and some didn't. This one has a nice bell pepper there, but the other ones are just so short. I mean, these are maybe a foot tall. This plant had the curly top virus. Still has it a little bit. It won't stop growing, so I'm just kind of letting it grow. And there's some tomatoes coming off of it, so it wasn't a complete waste. And this was right next to it, and it's surviving. This really ticks me off. This was nice, lush green. Is that good? I think I over-fertilized. And I got a few patches there, and then over here it's beautiful. I don't think it's a fungus because it's not circular, and it's been like this all summer, same spots. It hasn't grown, so I think I put too much fertilizer down. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. The important part is to learn from them.
Mama.
Look at that face. You need to wash that face. All right, you can poop it.